Now, of the two genders you see anyway, the male is usually the more sexually aggressive unless he's taught Christianity and to respect women, and that the woman has the choice who she sleeps with. So you don't understand that either, do you, ladies? The first guy you want to fuck is probably the last guy you should fuck, by the way. He don't love you. The first guy you're attracted to by your hormones ain't love. That's lust. Love is an angel disguised as lust. It will not wait until the morning comes. You can fuck anybody, anytime, anywhere, and that's not love. That's the problem with the world. Now, I know because I was with women too, but I was forced to be with them in a way too by the shitbaits to try and find a wife, right? Before, maybe I was ready to be with one still. But since I was in the Navy, I could at least support my children if I had children with them too. See what I mean? That's someone who cares about the women he was with. Unlike the shitmates who didn't give a fuck about even their own wives. How do you know? Well, they're still after me or someone is associated with my time in the Navy. All right. Now, it also could have started at the car wreck again. Someone is trying to do something with me I don't do, right? I keep telling them what? No. I keep fighting them to the death if I have to. See, that's the point. I'm willing to die for love of a woman. But not just die. What, raise again. See, anyone can die for you. But Jesus gave us the power of the resurrection to live for your wife. Not just die for her if men are trying to rape you too. See, when a guy tells you he loves you and he's only trying to get into your pants because you tell him you love him first, that's what he's doing, honey. Like it or not, he's just trying to get into your pants and you're letting him get into your pants. You don't want me anyway. I don't want you either. I don't know you don't want you. See, a true man of love is patient, kind, doesn't rush you to sex, and sex is your choice with him. But a man of the flesh will fuck you and say he loves you and don't mean it. What's the difference? One is spreading his seed to get you pregnant. One is trying to honor you and wait for marriage. See, that's the difference too, right? Now, that don't prove anything, though, to anyone, does it? But see, even if someone's enamored with me as a child, they're not supposed to be, and can't even talk to them outside of normal communication, right? All I can say to a neighbor anyway is hi, goodbye, how are you, normal conversation, right? That's everybody. And men are taught to spread their seed. Some do it to other men. They're so sex driven. I learned to control my sexuality and controlling your sexuality, trying to choose a female, and not accept the first one that shows you any attention, right, is what I was taught to do. Like the song Shop Around by Catman Tennille, don't be sold on the very first one, though, too. See, that's the problem with you ladies today. You're being sold on the first guy you fall in love with. Not even sure it ain't lust, and he's just not saying he loves you back to fuck you. See, sex is a mechanical thing. You forget that. That's why I know the women who were with me, it's kind of odd the way they were with me. There was no commitment. They didn't want me. They were having problems with the person they were with. And I just happened to be, different than him enough that they tried me too. Trust me, none of it was love for their part. My part, maybe. I'm trying to love my girlfriend. But you're so confused about sex, you make it marriage. And it is marriage. See, you're forgetting that too. You don't need a little piece of paper to be legally married. All you gotta do is stick in the dick and you're married. You're having each other, the husband and the wife. Now, back in olden times, you had to go even to the father, but you ain't even got to do that now, right? It's the female's choice. Do you get it, right? Waiting for the right female, though, to be with you. And yes, you're supposed to wait for a virgin, otherwise, you're not honoring marriage, right? That's the whole point, though. You're so promiscuous, I would have to wait for a 16-year-old virgin. You get it? If she even waits for me, you get it? I'm supposed to marry a virgin anyway, not some slut who fucked another guy. So you're a slut to me then. You're a whore. You're the whore of Babylon. You get it? That's what you are. When you marry another man who's not me. And you're marrying and being given in marriage. You think that's about a little piece of paper? No, it's about sex. You won't get that either, will you? Now, I don't mind sex. I just ain't having any, right? Since Molly Z, right? And that's a seduction, too. And that's why you don't have sex with someone until they want the sex more than you. And that's how Molly Z fucked me, not me her. And that's all I'm saying. She did, too. She just fucked me one time. Because it's still not about love. It's still not about marriage. It's still not about sex. It's still not about commitment. Is it? All those things come into every role you're playing when you have sex. She didn't want a baby. I did. She's not listening to me either. Nor did Mary Bell think I could get her pregnant. But she had a baby 8 months after she was with me, but was denying the birth weight is associated with me and still wants to be Scott's. Is that my fault? The birth weight checks out that he's mine, Mary Bell? No, it's just how it worked out. Like it or not. Denied or not. But Scott's baby cannot be 4 pounds 9 ounces, not even at 6 months. And that's giving you 2 weeks. Even if I give you a week or more, right? He still can't be that big, you get it? And I'm not obsessed with you because you and Scott told me the same thing and it checks up in the pregnancy book that it happened when you were with me. Oh no. Either, crazy. That don't mean that either. But there again, marriage is hard. A relationship is hard. Even you are making me think you want other men, so that's why I finally broke up with you, whether I got you pregnant or not, too. Right? That's also why you're with Scott, and that confused you further to think it was his, whether he is or not. You understand why, though? You're acting so crazy around Stephen Bart, me, and then Scott. Right? Nobody knows what you want, not even you. And by that time, I'm fed up with your bullshit. And I don't like bullshit for that long. Little bit of bullshit's fine. But that much bullshit pisses anyone off. And it don't make me gay to wait for the right woman. That's what we're all supposed to do. Or someone willing to be with you for real. Fantasy life don't replace real life either. Humping the bed at night. Humping the bed in the afternoon. Whenever you're humping the bed, you're humping the bed. You're not with a real person. Right? You get what I mean? Whether it's when you're asleep or not, too, right? And you got witnesses that you're humping the bed. That does mean you're thinking of having sex with someone you're penetrating as males. And it might not be another man. Might be a female. You're not in my mind to know. You can't read people's mind. Honey. Crazy Mary Bell thinking you can read your brother's mind and he's ignoring you then. That's schizophrenic too. Thinking you read somebody's mind is schizophrenic. In fact, if you're trying to do something to your ex-boyfriend because it could be his son, you have a problem with that, not him. That makes you almost murderous about it. Homicidally crazy. Trying to murder someone who's not sure they got you pregnant or not either don't make it right. And me trying to be supportive of it either way is not a crime. It's not stalking you. It's not an obsession with you. You just look like the girl in the dream. It can be any Asian chick too, by the way. But yes, the girl in the salon could have worked, but I blacked out because of the boss or her or someone else. I don't know. But you ain't got to black me out if we didn't have sex now, do you? There's no reason to do that otherwise. If you lose an hour of time and you're trying to go to the damn movie, and that's why you're out there anyway, before the movie starts, and you miss the movie and you have to see a later show, almost an hour, over an hour and a half, or something like that. Later, something happened that someone didn't want me to remember that I know happened, right? Just not the details anymore. Mm-hmm. And if it is a sin to you, Jesus blotted out the sin and raised me from the dead anyway. He can do that too. And I know it has to do with either the boss or the girl himself, but if it's the girl herself, she wouldn't have been with me during that hour that I blacked out. And he had to black me out from the hour. And all I could do was, if he had a gun, let him shoot me. See? Now they think only one thing can beat karate anyway, a gun. And you're right, that is the only thing. But here's your problem. A spear head is bigger than a fucking bullet, fool. So are the nails driven through his hands. Do you know what that means? God who raised Jesus from the dead can raise me from the dead even if you shoot me. And he'll be like the Wolverine if I say he can. Get it? Fool? If I say it can, it can. That's what faith is. And I'm not seeking revenge or holding a grudge. The girl might be pissed off with you. Because she's still around you. She can't be my girlfriend. Same with the other Michelle. If she likes me, I don't know if she even likes me. Same with Kelly. If she likes me, I don't even know if she really likes me. I don't know. Same with Justine. I don't know if she really likes me. I don't know. I don't know what happened with her, but we were kind of in the same predicament, maybe. I don't know. But why wouldn't I know? Tim or her boyfriend? The man in her life, Tim? Is that why you gave me the job? To make up for attempting to murder me and Jesus killing me like the Wolverine. That's the point, evil men. You interfere in marriage. You interfere in sex. You want to tell her who to marry. Like you're her dad. You're not her dad, Tim. You're her married uncle. You're not even Filipino. And even if her family is against the relationship, which they could have been, right? I am over almost 50 then, right? 45 actually, but 46 somewhere in there. I think that's when I met her. But again, who's interfering in it? More the males. If I am having sex with females, it would be the more the males to interfere with it, right? Not the females. And then they would pretend I was gay for wanting their woman. And like their woman can't want me either, right? You know what that means too. They're doing her wrong though for her to even want me because they're the ones acting crazy about sex. And I'm trying to wait for marriage. They don't understand that either, why that would appeal to a female versus you chasing them like they're in heat for you or something too, right? Gotta have you. I don't know they even want me because that's why I'm waiting now. I don't know you want me or not. I don't know you were with me or not. I don't assume you were with me or not. I don't even remember you were with me if you really were or not. But you know that would be more the males interfering with it too, right? to overprotect her, to love her too much. Yeah, they love her too much. They think they own her. They think they can murder other males who want to have sex with her too, and they want to do the same thing to them. It's not like they don't want sex with other women either. Sometimes other men. But still, the game continues. The thunder rolls and the lightning strikes.